Pratibha College of Commerce and Computer Studies organizes a course on modern digital technology. I, Suvarna Gogate, here to present Module 2 Software for Businesses. So, students, let's start with the course. Module objectives Main module objective is to study evaluation of business applications and to know current software businesses. Module outcome is students will understand how adoption of new technologies will be really helpful for different businesses to grow. On this note, I would really like to start with my module. Subtopics that are going to get covered in this modules are what is business software, software development types, business functions, brief history of business software, ERP introduction, supplementary technologies. First thing, what is business software? A type of a software which will be capable to handle different business functions is known as business software. You people are aware of always a software is nothing but a set of programs. A set of programs with the help of which business persons can handle their day-to-day activity. These kinds of softwares are known as business softwares. Business softwares is likely to be developed to meet the needs of a specific business. Students, it is very true that no two businesses are identical. We never have two kinds of same running businesses. So definitely their needs are going to be different. Their requirements are going to be different. So when we are going to have software development for these kinds of businesses, we have to understand their basic needs, and then we have to try to meet these requirements. Okay, so business softwares are definitely built to meet these requirements. Software development types. Always software is get developed in two ways. First is general build, second is custom build. A general kind of a software are developed by understanding the generalized requirement of the market. For example, when WhatsApp have been developed, when Facebook have been developed, well-known softwares or apps you can call them as, these are going to get developed not by understanding particular intended like requirement of particular intended user. They are get built in general. When WhatsApp updates are coming to us, they don't understand or they don't have the target audience in front of them as an exact people. They know that market need is this. Example, a simple example of this is WhatsApp initially has don't have delete function in it, but slowly they do understand that there is a necessity to have a delete function, and then they have introduced the delete functionality in the WhatsApp. So nowadays we are having it in three varieties. So such kind of general build softwares are always be there. WhatsApp is one of them, one of the example. For businesses also, when people are developing softwares, they are understanding the generic need of the business. They try to get the information through the surveys. They get the feedbacks from the clients. They get the feedbacks from the users. They apply different kinds of reviews. They apply different kinds of techniques to collect this data, and they sort out some requirements. And on the basis of this, they develop the generic build software. Now, the second type of software is custom build. Custom build kind of software always has specific users who give the requirement set to the IT company, and company is going to build the software for them. So this kind of softwares are known as custom build software. So when and then I'm talking about business softwares are always be one of the kind. It might be a general build software or a custom build software. A general build software has a clear cut understanding that it gets built first or developed first and then it gets sold out in the market. Whereas custom build software already has a target in front of them, and then software IT firm have to develop a software according to the particular business person needs. Understood? So now we'll go for the next. Before going for business software, we should understand what are the different business functions. In any business, as I have told you, no two businesses are identical, but businesses always have plus minus functions among this. Basic business functions are sales, purchase, production, inventory, HR, delivery. It is not at all necessary that every business will have it. As you people are aware, businesses of kind who are just purchasing the product, packaging them, and selling them out may not have production in it. Some businesses purchase raw material, produce goods, package them, and then sell it out. So they do have all sections in them. So according to business needs, business functions are also going to get vary in it. But software's development company has to understand all these needs, has to understand all these sectors or all these functions, and according to that functions, it has to develop the software. First of all, before going for particular kinds of business softwares, we should know a brief history about it. The essential motivation for the business software is to increase the profits by cutting cost or speeding the productive cycle. Of course, when business softwares comes in picture, actually those are not known as exact business software solution. Initially, they have come up with a small solutions which will be having cost cutting and which will definitely helpful for businesses to cover one part or a part of a business get automated, we can say that. Okay, so according to that, business software actually comes in picture. So initially basic accounting softwares are there which just does the calculation part of your businesses, which can keep track of. Definitely it will save your time and efforts too. Not only cost cutting is going to be there, but it also saves your time. Saves your time means save business person's time and business person's efforts. So basically initially accounting softwares was there. After that transaction processing software comes in picture. After that material requirement planning software comes in picture, which will be useful to handle the raw material, all kinds of or material kinds of all things associated with it. Sorry. And after that manufacturing resource planning software comes in pictures. So the point is that no single solution was available at that time till the time of manufacturing resource planning. There are softwares available in the market, but those softwares are covering one part of your business. As a business person, if I'm going to think, definitely I don't want to invest this much in different parts, because when collectively I need to take a decision, at that time taking data from these different softwares and putting it together and doing or concluding from it is really very difficult. And because of this, there is a need in the market that there should be a singleton solution for it. And slowly, after having this understanding or demand from the business persons, IT companies have started thinking on this and they have introduced the concept of enterprise resource planning softwares, which are really like we can say that it's a really very important like contribution from the IT companies for the businesses. Why? Because when people are having a single solution, exchanging of information between different functions is really very easy. Initially, before ERP, or we can say that enterprise resource planning kind of softwares, initially only vertical sharing of data will be there. No horizontal sharing will be there in between the departments. Departments won't share the information amongst them. So the aspect, or because of this, what will happen is people only have vertical information sharing. Even there is a distinction between the departments. Every department is going to have their own targets, own goals to achieve. They don't work together actually as a team, as because they do have their own set of data to work on that. When and then there are necessity to have exchange between them, there are a lot of problems associated with them. So ERP really gives a master solution to it. Here in ERP, we are having all functions together. So now we should go for best business solution. Business software solution is nothing but your ERP, and we should go for that, and we should start understanding about the ERP. First of all, what do you mean by enterprise resource planning? Enterprise resource planning of software as a software that organizations use to manage their day-to-day business activities, such as accounting, sales, project management, risk management, production, and HR, and many more. A complete ERP also includes enterprise performance management software that helps to plan, to budget, or to predict different. Uh, so, like what we can say that a business always has their predictions about their sales and their proposed product and like that. So even your ERP can help you out over predictions, and even it will help any organization to report on financial results, which is really an essential point. So when I'm talking about an enterprise resource planning software for businesses, it's a complete solution for them. ERP systems typically cover all aspects of the business and operations, and commonly provide an integrated system. Now, what do you mean by integrated system? Integrated system means a single software solution which can cover all the business functions. So that keeping track of the data, exchanging of data between different departments when and then necessary is really made easy. For example, I can give you an example over here. Example is MS Office. When they have come up with the concept of MS Office for the businesses, or for we can say that office use, they have not just given you the three different tools in it. In MS Office, they have not just given you Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. They have given you a freedom to just share the data between these three things, which come up as a package of MS Office. For example, you can have PPT on your Word file. You can have Excel graph on your Word file, with the help of which a office person can easily prepare a report. So this exchange of information between the tools definitely help any business clerk to prepare a report very easily and quickly. So this really helps them to have an uh, like to save their efforts, to save their time. So a integrated solution always is a good idea. So ERP is a integrated system. First thing. Second thing, it is having a common database. When and then people are having exchange of information, sometimes in businesses there are problems that one information which is available to X department may not be the same information will be available to Y department. Why? Because people are keeping their data separately at their local devices. Each department is maintaining data at their own local devices or drives, and because of which this horizontal sharing which I'm talking about is really very difficult. Rather, sometimes there will be a duplication of data. One department is having one amount for certain things, and the same amount, other amount is going to be there for other department. So this clashing of this having two different entries for the same record this kind of many problems departments are facing about the data. And the solution, like ERP, really gives them a common database, because of which there won't be any kind of such problem. Always when a person is sitting in his office and doing some his day-to-day work in his business, always they are getting connected with a common centralized data system. The benefit of this is people are getting right information on right point of time, which is really very essential to take the decisions and to have a proper understanding of your business. Any business person who is conducting a business wants to have the right information on right point of time. So suppose I am a manager who wants to prepare a report at the end of the month. So he can easily get all departments data from this centralized location. As per his need, 24 by 7 this data would be available to him. At any point of time he can access that data. And as because all departments are connected to the same database, there will be any kind of duplication. Everyone is going to put their data on this centralized location, and a manager is also going to access from the same location, because of which no uh, conflict will be there about the data. And this solves really major issues in the businesses, because these kind of problems really affects your decisions in the business. So there won't be such kind of problems. Such problems have been sorted out with the help of common databases. The third thing that what we are having from the ERP is real time operation. uh, Many of the times you might have heard about, before few years in banking systems, there is a concept of day end. Like at the end of the day, a banking system At the end of the day, a banking system always have to make a entry. A clerk from a bank has to do a entry. And the next day, he also has to take the entry again to start his next day. So, because of this, what will happen? Sometimes people are doing delays. Sometimes they forget. As in human errors, we are quite aware of it. People are not able to maintain this properly. And here, your real time operation really help you out to overcome this problem. People who are working on ERP systems need not have to do any kind of separate entry. Whatever I'm going to put on my laptop is going to immediately going to get reflected on my databases. Because of this, what will happen? Because of this, people are going to have data in real time. They can able to save it. Even the time when I want to access it, I can access it too. So the real time operation really helps businesses to sort out some kind of problem, like people are human errors. Mostly we can say that human errors can avoid with the help of this. Next, ERP support for applications and components. Not ERP is kind of application which will not work in isolation. In our coming slides, people are going to see different kinds of associated or supplementary technologies. So ERP is really very supportive to all these technologies. When a business person have ERP in his business, ERP software in his business, along with the different supplementary technologies, definitely he can grow his business on a drastic level, because this all automation really helps him to overcome small problems and to do a larger planning. He can have the process develop process in his business, and he can have more work and more efficient results over there. The next point is, from ERP what we can have is common user interface across the application component. See, when we people are using the front end, like just like you people are watching my PPT, if I'm going to give different views to different people, maybe there will be some kind of confusion. So if instead of having different views, if we are going to have a common view to all, ease of use is definitely going to get introduced over there. Daily when I'm going to have my master interface in front of me, even sometimes in our like daily throughout our daily routine, when I'm going, I'm also like I can click on close button of any of the window like with closing my eyes. Easily I can do this, or I can perform this. Why? Because in Windows I'm aware of the close button will be there on the right top corner. So I can easily perform this activity with the help of like by closing my eyes. So such kind of common interface always gives you ease of use. ERP provides this ease of use. So these are few common aspects or few aspects which ERP covers along with the basic functions of your businesses. Next is supplementary technologies. Just now I have said that ERP is not the software which is going to have only work in isolation. ERP along with ERP, business persons can have business persons can have data warehousing, data mining. Just a moment. Data warehousing, data mining, business intelligence, supply chain management, customer relationship management, and other different technologies. So we should go with all these technology aspect. Don't forget that for all these technologies, terminologies, there will be software available in the market. When a person have ERP in the business along with this kind of supplementary technology, definitely it will help him to have more profit with less work. So let's see all these terminologies. First terminology is data warehousing. What do you mean by data warehousing? Data warehousing is a process. Just a moment. Data warehousing is a process for collecting and managing data from varied sources to provide meaningful business insight. When a business person is having data from different sources, it is really very essential to manage this data. Data warehouse is typically used to connect and analyze business data. Data warehouse, when we are talking about a kind of a process happens in a data warehouse is ETL. When I'm talking about data is coming from different sources, always business person don't want this scattered data. What he wants is a kind of a data which will be a meaningful data. Now it is really a tedious job because data is always coming in different varieties.
format. By using a software to look for patterns in a large batches, when we are as you can see it in picture, mining is nothing but digging out data. Now when I'm talking about data warehouse, there will not be a kind of small storage, it will be a huge storage. So taking data from this huge storage is really very difficult process. So in this process what happens is, digging out the data is really very difficult task. Now, businesses can learn more about their customers and develop a more effective marketing strategies to increase the sales and decrease the cost with the help of these tools. Now, when a person is trying to fetch out the data, for example, a good example of this is Amazon. When I'm purchasing something on Amazon, it is really very difficult to keep it in mind what I have purchased for the first time in on Amazon. But Amazon do have track of all these things. Amazon not only keeps track of this, but also it keeps track of what kind of purchase I'm doing on it, what kind of purchase I'm doing on this. So Amazon keeps track of this also. And with the help of this, Amazon also gives me some kind of solutions or suggestions. And if you people have seen nowadays on everywhere, like on YouTube, you do have your suggestions. On your Amazon, you do have your suggestion. Everywhere we are getting it. In this point, your analytics plays an important role. Analytics really help a business person, to understand the customer's liking. Because of which a person can have some or decide some strategy and can increase his sale. Okay, so the next technology as a supplementary technology is business intelligence. So when I'm talking about data analytics, data analysis and creating reports from it is really very essential for a business person, definitely to take some decisions. So BI tool performs data analysis and create reports, summaries, dashboards, maps, graphs, and charts to provide the users with detailed intelligence about the nature of the business. Because of or with the help of which business persons can take right decisions. Supply chain management. The next terminology what we can have is supply chain management. Software tools or modules used in executing supply chain transactions, managing supplier relationships, and controlling associated business processes. Software of these kinds are really helpful to establish this supply chain. How they can establish this? Simply by keeping the track of it. Whatever are your business partners or supplier partners are going to be there, you can keep a track of the working associated with that, who is going to be there, who is providing what quantity and the quality and the records associated with that particular supplier. With the help of this, you can have a good supplier relationship, and you can have or you can establish a better supply chain management, like for the business, for your business. The next terminology is customer relationship management. Now, as we are aware of, for any business, it is really very essential to have good customer relation, because goodwill of a customer is an intangible asset. We are quite aware of tangible and intangible profits of the businesses. Tangible is your amount, money, we can say that. Whereas customers' goodwill is really an intangible asset for any business. And nowadays, every customer, after this pandemic situation, you're quite aware of that every business is trying hard to establish good customer relationship again. So in such cases, customer relationship management software really helps any business to keep track of this. So this kind of software system are able or capable to manage companies' interactions and relationship with both current and their potential customers. See, a good example of this is when we people have started with after this pandemic situation, at that time what happened that even from simple restaurant also we people are getting messages. Even kinds of brands like Peter England or Woodland, they have even started to send us messages. For what they are doing it, they are doing like they have started with their things, and you please come and we are having this kind of sale and that kind of sale they have announced. Why they are doing so? They are doing so for the sake of good customer relationship. So CRM kind of system do have all these kinds of entries of their customers always, their current customer, their potential customer. Even you might have seen in case of your credit cards also, sometimes there is a category of customers who are the beneficial. Banking, in banking sectors also we are having a category of customer who are investing more, are having the like gold and platinum and all you might have heard about. So definitely these kinds of system really help for a business to grow. Okay, CRM softwares enhances the customer relationship through managing customer interaction, tracking leads, and their processes. So customer relationship softwares are really very helpful. See, as you can see in this, customer relationship, definitely these kinds of all techniques get utilized. They'll send you a message, they'll try to get send you an email, they will send you messages, or they will send like through app we are getting different ads. So for customer relationship, for good customer relationship, I should say, they will try all the possible ways. On the other hand, when I'm talking about ERP or data mining or data warehousing or BI, SCM, CRM, when I'm talking about these kind of software, I'm talking actually about the organizations which are established organizations, because these are expensive softwares and these can get utilized or it can get purchased by established organizations, or we can say that enterprises. On enterprise kind of level of companies only can have or can purchase this kind of software. But what about the small businesses? If you people have observed, we can utilize tools like uh, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. You are aware of people are using such kind of businesses. People are using such kind of, sorry, not businesses, such kind of apps also for their businesses. Okay. Like on WhatsApp, people are creating groups and doing their business. On Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, you're aware of people are sending ads of their businesses. So through which they can reach out to the customer. They can reach out to the customer throughout the globe. So these are also can get utilized as a tools for the businesses. So on this note, I really want to stop my presentation for software for businesses. I guess you people have liked it, and thank you.